Okay, welcome back, everybody. The audio file is still in the group. You can practice more if you. Let me let me emphasize one more time the importance of listening. You see, people who grow up in Russia start speaking Russian very naturally. People who grow up in the east part of India start speaking Bengali very easily. People who speak in the north of India start speaking Hindi so natural. Why is it so? Because in these parts, you get a lot of opportunities to listen to that language. And that repetition, the listening again and again, creates that place in your mind where you start using the same sound. So in order to learn a new language, it is very important that we spend time in a rich input environment. Rich input environment means what? If you spend time in an environment where the language that you want to use, you want to learn, is being used, then slowly and slowly, you guys will also develop an understanding for that language. So, of course, in the class, the teacher provides that rich input environment. But once the students are outside the class, what's the option? So you can do on your own a few things like go on YouTube, go on Facebook and listen to people who speak English. At least you can listen to the audio files that I share in the group. When you listen to those audio files, coincidentally, these audio files are not just other audio files. They are particularly designed for your needs. The concept that I teach in the class, for example, here we studied adverbs. And then this audio file uses so many different adverbs. So when you listen to them, you get good revision for the idea, the concept of adverbs. Besides practicing adverbs, you also listen to a lot of past simple sentences. And what are we studying? Past simple. So again, more practice. So this is why listening is so powerful, especially with the audio files I shared with you, because they are about the same things that I'm teaching you in the class. So those people who listen to the audio files and think about them, they are actually revising the lesson. And because of listening practice, it becomes easier for you to open your mouth in English as well. Okay, so I wanted to emphasize the importance of listening at home. Okay, here in the class, you're listening to me, you're interacting with me, great. But outside the class, it's important that you practice a little bit. Okay, now we are going to page number 110, where we are going to read about a very interesting character called Columbus. Two people did not come back from the breakout room. In the breakout room, 18 people went into the breakout room, 16 people have come back. Two people did not come back. Interesting. Okay, what do you know about Christopher Columbus? Do you know anything about Christopher Columbus? If you know anything,
Yes, sir.
tell me. You can tell me. What do you know about Christopher Columbus?
He was
He was an explorer. He was an explorer. I can hear noises. I can hear noises. Rishabh, why don't you understand that you are not supposed to keep your mic unmute all the time? Why don't you understand this? ऋषभ, तुमसे हिंदी में पूछता हूँ, तुम्हें पता है ना कि तुम्हें मैंने कहा है कि माइक को म्यूट करके रखना है? अभी अनम्यूट करके बात करो. तो ये बार बार अनम्यूट करके क्यों छोड़ते हैं जब वहां इतने सारा नॉइज हो रहा है? तो देयर आर चिल्ड्रन अराउंड यू प्लेइंग, राइट? तुम्हारे आसपास बच्चे खेल रहे हैं ना?
Yes, sir.
तो फिर क्यों माइक अनम्यूट करा और छोड़ दिया अनम्यूट करके? You are not being disturbed because it's a natural sound, but we are getting disturbed because it is now a mechanical sound coming through a mic. If there are some children making a noise outside, it will not disturb you so much. But if you are talking to somebody on the phone and there are children playing on the other side, then you say to the man, "Bhai, let's talk later. There is a lot of noise on your side." It disturbs you. So please, Rishabh, be sensible, man. Okay? Be sensible. Okay. Christopher Columbus. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Look at all the 8 pictures. Beautiful pictures, colorful pictures. In picture number 2, do you see Christopher Columbus in picture number 2?
Yes.
Do you see Christopher Columbus in picture number 3?
Sir.
Do you see Christopher Columbus in picture 3?
No.
Yeah, the guy sitting with a book. He is Christopher Columbus. Look at his hair. And picture 4, do you see Christopher Columbus? Yeah. And who else do you see in picture? Who else do you see in picture number 4? There is a king and there is a queen. And Christopher is sitting, kneeling in front of them. Kneeling in front of them. Bhai, baat maan le. Okay. Maaf kar. Okay. Picture 5. There are lots of people on the ship. These are the sailors. These are the sailors. Okay. Christopher Columbus here. Can you see Christopher Columbus? He looks a little old now. He doesn't look very young. And picture 6, Christopher Columbus right in the middle.
Exactly.
And Christopher Columbus here on the horse in picture 7. By the way, I want to tell you, Christopher Columbus wasn't a very nice man. You see what I'm telling you? Christopher Columbus was the reason of a lot of people's death. Christopher Columbus was the reason of a lot of people's death, guys. So a person who is the reason of a lot of people's death should not be considered very nice. Okay? He was not a saint. Sadhu nahi tha wo. Okay? Remember that, by the way. We are talking about him, we are reading about him. But remember, Christopher Columbus was not a saint. Okay? He was not a very nice person who should be respected for his high quality personality or anything. Yes, he was adventurous. He made some discoveries. He went on.
He discovered America.
That's what people say. He discovered America. But actually, that's not true. He did not actually discover America. some people had already discovered America. But somehow people believe that Christopher Columbus discovered America. He did not discover America. By the way, discover means, you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't like the idea discover. Was America lost? America is not an object that can be lost. It is not an article like your wallet, like your phone, like your watch that can be lost. America is a country. It was always there. Actually, Europeans use this term, discovered America, discovered India. What do you mean discovered? Who says we discovered Europe? What do you mean discovered? They are talking about their own ignorance in a way when they say discovered. They got to know about that country because they did not know earlier. America was always there, guys. Okay? People in the West did not know that America existed. So somebody went there for the first time. So they say, we discovered America. Okay, fine, discovered. Say that we got to know about America. Okay. Similarly, India was always here, right? Some people did not know about it. They first came. So they, oh, Vasco da Gama discovered India. What do you mean discovered? We were not lost. We were always here. You did not know about us. You came for the first time and got to know about us. That's your problem. Okay. So we are going to read about Christopher Columbus. But remember, Christopher Columbus was not a very nice man. He was cruel. He was the reason of a lot of people's death. In picture 6, what you see in picture 6, okay? You see Christopher Columbus is standing in the middle and there are lots of people standing around him. Some people are wearing clothes and boots and all, and some people are not wearing a lot of clothes. They are tribal people who lived in that land from earlier, okay? Those people were the indigenous people. Indigenous means, you understand? Indigenous. Okay. So what happens that when America, Europeans reached America, some people were living there, original people. So they are called indigenous people. They are called indigenous people. Native people. Another word for indigenous is native people. All right. And then Europeans, they went there and kind of controlled the whole thing because they were more powerful, they had more technology, and most importantly, they were cruel. So they kind of controlled everything. I want to ask you a question. If you are living in your house, okay, whether you have a lot of money, whether you don't have a lot of money, why should I go and enter your house and say, hey, let me handle your house better? If there is a village, people are living there in their own way. Why should somebody go there and say, hey, I will control your village now? That's not very nice. There are lots of countries which are not as modern as India. So India should go and control them. Is it a good thing to do? This was done, and we call it colonization. We call it. So they did that. Europeans, Spanish people, Portuguese people, French people, English people, Italians as well. They went and captured some places. They colonized those places and they tried to control the native people. They kind of made them their slaves. They said, you listen to us. You are now under us. That was not very nice. Christopher Columbus did the same thing in this place where he reached in picture number 6. Let's find out, okay? Let's read. So first of all, we have exercise 2 on the next page. Keep your book open on both sides. Keep your book open on both sides like this, okay? And look at exercise 2. There are how many sentences? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Put these sentences, match these sentences with the pictures. Match these sentences with the pictures. Read the sentences and look at the pictures. Match the pictures and the sentences, guys. This is your task. Match the pictures and the sentences. Picture one. Which sentence goes with picture one?
He learned to read and write Spanish
Picture one. Picture one. Zafri.
during his
Zafri.
early childhood.
Zafri. We are talking about
Picture
picture.
one.
Picture one. Picture one. Sentence B goes with picture one. Right? The Norseman, Leif Erikson, landed there 500 years before Columbus. Take a
Before
look.
Columbus.
Okay, Leif Erikson landed there 500 years before Columbus. Picture 2.
He worked with his father, who was a wool worker.
He worked. He worked with his father, who was a
Father.
wool worker. He worked with his father, who was a wool worker. Take a look. He
Wool
worked
worker.
with his father, comma. Comma के बाद extra information देते हैं. He worked with his father, who was a wool worker. Next, D. Sorry. Picture 3. Picture 3.
He
Picture
learned
3.
He
to
learned
read
to
and
read
write
To read
and write
and write
Spanish during
during
his
his
early
early childhood.
He learned to
travels.
read and write Spanish. He learned to read and write Spanish during his early travels. इस मतलब
Early
समझे?
travels.
He learned to read and write Spanish during his early travels. शुरुआती जो ट्रैवल्स किया ना या 10 के उसी में सीख लिया बैठे बैठे बोला बैठ के क्या करना है लेट्स लर्न स्पेनिश he learned Spanish to read and write Spanish during his early travels. Picture 4.
he
He
begat King
He begat Kings
Have I given you
and
books?
Ferdinand and Queen
There at home.
Isabella
need
of
to
Spain to
discover
give him money to discover
new
He
land.
new
begged
lands.
He begged
England.
King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain to give him money. He begged them, requested them. Begged them means requested them. Literally, beg means bhik mangna, but in this case, he requested them. He requested them to give him money to discover new lands. New lands means? New lands means?
For
New lands means new land.
discover a new land.
Yes, नया जगह बहुत बढ़िया. New countries, right? New lands means new countries, नया जगह कि नया जमीन? नहीं ना,
नया जगह.
जमीन नहीं ना, जगह,
नए
right?
जगह.
नया जगह, right? Lands means जगह. लेकिन खाली land मतलब जमीन भी होता है ना? This is my land. मतलब exactly. So land can mean both, depends, okay? So he begged the king and the queen to give him money to discover new lands. Okay. Next, picture 5.
His sailors become tired and ill.
Yes,
His sailors
he
become tired and ill.
became tired and ill. His sailors, take a look at the picture, the faces of these people. Okay, his sailors became tired and ill. And then picture 5, 6. Columbus named them,
Columbus named
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 it San
it
Salvador.
Chancellor
Columbus
San
named it
Salvador.
Salvador. And the people,
And the
Indians.
people Indians.
नदी बहती थी इंडिया, इंडस रिवर वहां भी बहती थी.
No.
इसको इंडियंस क्यों बुलाया? इंडियंस मतलब ये होता था अनसिविलाइज्ड. जो लोग अनसिविलाइज्ड उनके नजर में होते थे उनको क्या बोलते थे वो? तो हमको क्या बोले वो?
Indians.
इज्जत करी कि बेइज्जत करी? बेइज्जत किया. हम लोगों ने क्या किया? उस बेइज्जती का बदला कैसे लिया? इंडियन वर्ड को चेंज कर दिया मीनिंग में. आज कहीं इंडियन मतलब होता है अनसिविलाइज्ड. दैट्स व्हाट यू कैन डू. जब कोई आपको व्हेन लाइफ गिव्स यू लेमन यू मेक लेमनेड, ऐसा कोई लाइन होता है. ठीक है, मतलब जब आपके साथ मुश्किलें आए तो आप मुश्किलों का अच्छा कर लो. You know, England have ruined us financially. इंग्लैंड ने हम लोग को पूरी तरह से बर्बाद कर दिया. If there are so many poor people in India, it's only because of, yes, the British rule for 200 years. Otherwise, India would have been as rich as America, England, other rich countries. All our wealth was drained by them. Okay, looters they were. Okay, they were looters. Okay, next. The Spanish gave him a hero's welcome. The Spanish gave him
Gave him the hero's welcome.
Spanish people gave Columbus
Heroes welcome.
welcome. Take a look. He's a hero. Hero is coming back. When our cricket team wins matches abroad, then we give them a hero's welcome, right? Uh, Tomorrow IPL is starting. Okay. Starts is also fine in the newspaper, but when we people talk, then they say it's starting tomorrow. IPL is starting tomorrow. But starts is also correct. Last one.
He was in great pain with arthritis and couldn't leave his bed.
And couldn't leave his bed.
Exactly. He could not leave his bed. He was in great pain. Mahan dard. Great means mahan. बहुत ज्यादा दर्द. Obviously.
बहुत
तो
जोरों
क्या
का
फायदा हुआ ग्रेट मतलब महान सीखने का बचपन में? अभी क्या फायदा हुआ इस जगह पे? कुछ कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ. बोलेंगे oh I have got a great pain in my stomach. Okay, तो क्या हो गया? महान दर्द.
बहुत
He was
जोरों
in
का
great
बहुत
pain.
जोरों
Okay,
का
he was
दर्द.
in great pain and he could not leave his bed. Okay, now use these lines. Okay, you've done a good job here, guys. Use these lines A to F.
भैया का एक बात शादी है.
Okay, use these lines and complete the sentence. Complete the text. Use these lines and complete the text. Use the lines from exercise 2 and complete the text.
एक साल बाद है ना वही वही तंज कमाना हैप्पी न्यू ईयर होगा
Don't unmute yourself. You are in the shop.
दीदी रहेगी बस
चुप ना.
Nafri, mute yourself, man. Thank you. I was very nervous about today's class. With now electricity, I thought I don't enjoy teaching through the mobile. It's more fun when I use my computer. A transformer was bad, so they fixed it. But since 7 o'clock last evening, we haven't had electricity. and we got it back at 2 o'clock today. Inverter was out of charge. The battery was out of charge. I think I should give you homework from the practice book as well for tomorrow. So, have you finished this? You have to read the text, okay? Complete the text with these sentences, these lines, A to H, and you have to look at these highlighted time expressions. For a long time, in 1451, between 1477 and 1485, finally, on the 3rd of August, 1492, and after 3 months, 2 days later, next, then you have to learn what these phrases, time expressions, refer to. What do they talk about in the story? So you have to learn the story very well for that, so that you can talk about it tomorrow. This is what we call input-rich environment. Yesterday we had an audio. Today we have a text. It's all English all the time. So you're reading in English, you're listening to English, and I communicate with you in English most of the time. So all this input changes the way you feel about English. Again, you have to think hard about what you do at home. Revision, self-study, these things are important as well. So maybe, shall I check? Or you need more time? Adib, Rishabh, you guys tell me, do you need more time? Adib is saying yes. Rishabh, beta, do you need a little more time to do this exercise? Do you need more time to do this exercise? You have to complete the text with all these lines, A to H, and you have to understand what these time expressions refer to. So I think I'll read this text tomorrow for you, okay? I think I should wrap up now. We will carry on tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Because I have a problem tomorrow. Some people are coming to play Holi, and I don't want to be here. So if they come at 3:30, then how will I teach? If I teach, they will enter through these doors, or maybe I'll lock myself. But how long? How long can I keep myself locked? If I open for you to go out, they will enter and attack me. So, but I'll manage, okay? I'll manage. I'll teach you tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow is the 23rd, and tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is the 22nd, and tomorrow is Friday. And yes, tomorrow is Friday. And the day after tomorrow is 23rd and Saturday. And Holi kab hai? Kab hai Holi? 25th. Okay. Okay, 25th. So Monday. Okay. The class will be closed Monday and Tuesday, 2 days. Okay. Until Saturday, we will have our classes, no problems. Fine. We will meet tomorrow, guys. Do your homework, okay? And I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Take care, everyone.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sir. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.